Hi! Welcome to Curious Diary. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Today we are going to discover unbelievable facts in this world. The fact that these kind of people really exists, not to criticize them but to recognize their uniqueness. Have heard about a man who has never cut his hair? How about a man who did not cut his nails for 66 years? Or a man that has not showered for over 60 years? Interesting! Watch this video till the end. Let's start! A man who has not showered for more than 60 years. It may sound unbelievable, but this is absolutely true. I know that we are taught since young about personal hygiene habits such as washing our hands and brushing and flossing our teeth will help keep bacteria, viruses, and illnesses away. So we are trained to do those healthy habits as part of our daily routine. However, we are all unique individuals and Haji is one of a kind. He is an Iranian man who gained media attention for his unique lifestyle and extreme personal habits. He lived in a remote village in Iran's southern province of Fars. Haji claimed to have not bathed for over 60 years and preferred to live in a state of filth. According to reports, Haji believed that cleanliness brought him sickness, so he chose to stay dirty. He avoided bathing and cleaning himself, and he rarely wore clothes. Instead, he wore rags and a helmet made out of metal or old war helmets to protect his head from the elements. Haji lived a nomadic lifestyle, often sleeping in a hole in the ground that resembled a grave. He cooked his food by burning animal feces and preferred raw meat, especially porcupine meat, which he would catch and eat. He drank water from a rusty oil can and smoked homemade cigarettes, filled with animal feces instead of tobacco. While Haji's lifestyle and personal choices were highly unusual and unhygienic by societal standards, it's important to understand that he was an exception rather than the norm. His story became known worldwide through the internet and media, but it's worth noting that his way of life was not representative of the broader Iranian population. Attempts to bathe him or provide him with clean water made him sad, but villagers did persuade Haji to take a bath. Having finally succumbed to pressure and washed, Haji became ill shortly afterwards and died at the age of 94. A man has grown his nails for 66 years. I know, for some this might sound a bit gross since we are used to cutting our nails and remove the dirt away. For us, it's important to trim our nails regularly. Nail trimming together with manicures makes our nails look well-groomed, neat, and tidy. Since young, we are told that if our nails aren't cut and allowed to grow, dirt and germs can get under them, causing infections. But then again, we are all unique and Sridhar Chillal doesn't believe in cutting nails. Sridhar Chillal, born January 29, 1937, Pune, who held the world record for the longest fingernails ever reached on a single hand, with a combined length of 909.6 centimeters or 358.1 inches. Sridhar embarked on his nail-growing journey in 1952 after an incident with one of his teachers. One of his friends had accidentally broken the teacher's long nail, resulting in Sridhar and his friend receiving a beating from the teacher. When they asked why he was so angry, the teacher replied, "Unless you grow long nails, you will never understand the kind of care required not to break them." After that, Sridhar and his friend started growing their own nails as a challenge. That challenge set in motion for Sridhar a 66-year-long obsession with growing the nails on his left hand. Having these extremely long nails made life difficult for Sridhar. For starters, his family disapproved of his mission and refused to wash his clothes. He also found it difficult to find a job and a wife. However, he eventually became a photographer using a camera with a customized handle and went on to marry his brother's sister-in-law when he was 29 years old. Despite the hardships he encountered with his nails, he enjoyed the attention he received because of them, especially earning his Guinness World Records title. In July 2018, aged 82, Sridhar made the life-changing decision to cut his nails off. Ripley's Believe It or Not flew Mr. Chillal from India to the United States to cut his nails and forever memorialize them. Although he felt sad after having his nails cut, Sridhar said he was looking forward to being able to travel more easily and meet friends and relatives. The nails are now on display in the Ripley's Believe It or Not museums in New York and Amsterdam. Now, meet 95-year-old man who has reportedly never cut his hair. Is your hair or ends feeling dry, lacking its usual shine, or just not looking as fabulous as it should? You may need to look into getting a haircut. A haircut can transform the unhealthiest of hair into something that is manageable and on its way to becoming healthy. Most of us love the different haircut designs that we have right now. This is the way we are being raised. Cutting hair is part of our personal hygiene habits. But this man named Dattapalya Karnataka never cut his hair. Dattapalya, a 95-year-old man from India, has reportedly never once cut his hair, and it is now 24 feet long. He has to bundle his long hair into a huge and entangled ball on top his head and tie it with a cloth to help him move around. At his age, his hair poses a hindrance to his movement, but rather than cut it, he asks for help from people around to help him tie it. He and many people in his hometown of Malakalmuru, Chitradurga district, consider him a human deity. He hasn't cut his hair in nearly a century for fear of losing his status as a human god. In a short clip shared by Newsflare, a frail-looking Dattapalya can be seen squinting in pain as a couple of people work to untangle the entangled mess on top of his head for a photo shoot. It doesn't look like his hair has been washed in a while either, which would explain the thick, hard-looking dreadlocks. What can you say about these very unique people with unique point of views? They are unbelievable, right? If you someone who have done the same thing, please let me know on the comment section. Thanks so much for watching.